New York.
Ready.
Perfect. What's up, y'all? It's Ashley.
I'm Fee.
It's Melanie.
And Cody here, and you've tapped into
The Mama's Den.
All right. It's Mama's Den Monday.
All right.
Welcome to the den.
Whoa, I'm out of breath.
Guys, how are ya?
How the hell are ya?
Good. Great.
Wait, I just realized
The dry ass middles.
for our YouTube audience,
What?
we're matching.
We're matching.
We have on a new Mama's Den uniform today.
Thank you, Cody, for this lovely gift.
We're matching for a very special episode. Ladies, and fellas, and grandmamas and granddaddies and uncles and aunties and
anyone
teachers
who's listening with ears.
all of that. We have a little announcement. Who's giving it?
Me.
Felicia. Y'all, we were invited to New York to go on the Tamarind Hall show, and it is going to be available for y'all to see March 14th.
The Mama's Den made it to
Surprise.
TV.
Can y'all
believe it?
Yes, our national television debut in
New York City.
New York, New York.
Oh, New York.
Woo! It was the way she said. Oh,
She was supposed to
God,
do that.
that was my cue. I forgot.
Well,
I forgot.
you ate
Sorry,
Ashley
Alicia.
wasn't ready.
Well, you ate that.
I'm never
You
ready.
did. So I'm super excited that our audience can finally see it, and also that we just had such an amazing time being together for how many days and nights in New York City?
3 days.
3 days.
It was 3 to 5 business days. I don't know.
It
There were
was
3 to 5 business days.
it was a blur, is what
Yeah.
it
It
was.
was a blur.
A beautiful blur.
And it was cold.
Yeah. It shout out to my man, because he came with us.
Yes.
Sure
So
did.
helpful. So helpful.
So helpful.
It's
Me
our
and my
fifth
broken
member.
back.
So helpful.
Okay, so yeah, can we just
So
give
helpful.
the audience a taste of that, Melanie? Because I feel like this was the trip that almost didn't trip.
This was this is the trip that almost didn't trip for real because I was tripping right before the trip. So first of all, we had got the news that we were going on Tamron. We were all so excited. We were planning. Everything's good. I'm taking my kid to the grocery store. I come home. The flight is at 6 a.m. At 8 p.m., I injure my back. And not injure my back in such a way that it's like, oh, you pulled a muscle, just go, put some A535, if y'all know what that is, on your back or rest or whatever. This was what turned out to be a herniated disc. And so I did not know if I was going to make it. I FaceTimed and called my sisters and text from the ground.
She sent us a photo laid out on the floor.
Laid out on the floor because I really didn't know if I was going to make it. But God said,
I know that's
you're going to
right.
be there. And I don't know how I did because, and I don't know, I'm not like, that was my first real back injury. So I've never and it happened in such a silly way. I literally was pulling my daughter off the counter. I'm going to pause for a wellness housekeeping message. Y'all, protect your back. We really do take our backs for granted. The way we bend, the way we squat, the way we throw that ass in a circle. Like, I really did not understand how sensitive our backs are and how we need to be using our core and our knees for everything. It doesn't matter if it's something you do every single day. You have to be mindful. Okay, that's my
That's a good note.
It's my wellness note. So I managed to make the flight, 6 hours. We got to New York, and then my back progressively got worse, and I just did not know. I mean, I eventually had to take myself to emergency that week, but it was crazy. But I will say this: my sisters and my sister's husband, brother Chia, I could not have gotten through that week physically without you guys. You guys helped me walk through the airport, carry my bags, help me get up and down. It was crazy. Grabbed me things. Chia got my shirt pressed from the dry cleaners down the street the day of the
At
Tamron
like
Hall
7
show.
in the morning or
Yes,
something.
and brought me a coffee as well. Like,
I was about to say, don't forget about that coffee.
I was so cared for. So from my perspective, it was a difficult week physically because I was mentally just doing my best to get through every moment because I was in so much pain. But it was, had it not been for the adrenaline, I think of how exciting it was. And also really how emotional it was for everything that we've done for the last few years, quietly behind the scenes, every obstacle, every triumph, everything that we've had to do to build this, to then just get to that place and be like, oh, it's manifesting. It's happening.
And to be asked, like y'all know how us, the four of us, but also folks listening, y'all know how it can be. PR pitches, No, they called us.
Okay.
And so that
We
was
didn't call
very,
them, they
and
called
nothing's
us.
wrong with pitching. Nothing's
No.
wrong with pitching yourself to do the things, do the pitching,
'Cause I'm
to
a
get the
pitch.
things. But that, I don't know, that was very meaningful. And I think for me, it made it that much more special.
Yeah.
Like, we have to make this happen. People are recognizing us and calling us and asking us to be present and represent sisterhood, motherhood, Black mamas. And so I fully agree.
Yeah, it was special. It was a really, really special moment. Even right before, you know, just even if like our conversations of, not even before we get there, like just the conversations about how to prep for what to wear.
Well,
Like this was happening weeks, months in advance. Yeah.
Can we make a point that this happened during the fires? So we were, that was actually crazy because we found out a little bit before the fires happened.
The Los Angeles
fires. And then we're literally in the middle of like, we have this huge blessing coming that we need to prepare for, but our friends and families and different people are losing their homes. And so we literally figured out our outfits like two to 3 days before. And normally, listen, Melanie and Felicia are for the vibes, okay? They're always dressing for the vibes.
For the vibes and the feelings and the moods.
It drives me insane because I'm the type of person who packs 2 weeks in advance. Like, I am such a pre-prepper.
No.
Even if I'm I will still bring different options, but I just need to know, like, what's the colors? They're like, I don't even know
I
the
might
color.
I might need one of those options before the trip.
Child, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
So,
That's what it is.
But we pulled it together.
We did.
We pulled those
We
looks
did.
together. We got it together. And I do have to shout out Melanie because I feel like you learn a lot about your friends when you travel with them. And I do have to say, you could have been a negative Nancy because your back hurt. You could have had a stank attitude and had really bad energy, but you didn't. You were actually very cheerful, very loving. I would look at you in the corner right before we were doing something and you were like just in so much pain, and I could tell in your face. But as soon as it was time for us to basically perform or do an interview or anything, you just turned it right on. I was like, look at this professional.
Girl, that is training.
Girl,
Yeah,
for
I'm like,
years.
yes, it's
but
trained.
you
Let
didn't
me
have
tell
to be nice to us. You could have just been like that on
Why
screen.
wouldn't I be nice
Because
to
a
you
lot of
guys?
people, well, no, I mean, like, not that we would have took
not
it
your fault.
personal. We
Yeah,
would have
we
understood.
wouldn't.
But sometimes people like to succumb to their pain and be
No.
like, I'm going to be miserable and you're all going to be
No,
miserable
not
too.
only was she cheerful and joyful, she was outside,
Yeah,
like
taking walks.
She would be still,
Yeah.
right. But we would be out eating late,
Yes.
and she's there in her beautiful puffy
Participating.
coat.
No, her fur ruff.
her
fur
fur
ruff.
ruff.
It's
And
really a
she
teddy
would
bear, guys. No animals were
participate.
harmed
No
in the wearing of that jacket.
Yes.
I was just, you know what? Like I said, I was just so happy to be in sisterhood and
Yeah.
community with you guys outside of this space, and just to celebrate, like
Yeah.
us doing that. Like that was medicine for me, truly.
Yeah.
It really was. And then Fee, your mom, came too. We saw Mama Fee, and you
My
were there.
mama came.
Yes, and it was just like it was just nice to be in a different city together.
My best friend came.
Yes.
Nalo
Best friends.
came. My best
I know,
friend Nalo.
and Jerome.
Finesse.
And
Jerome.
Jerome.
I was getting there. My best
Okay.
friend Nalo came with her husband Chad, and then Jerome came, and that's also my best friend. They're both Sagittarius. But I loved them so much, and I felt very loved and very celebrated. Chia was there. Obviously, we said that already, but it's just so important because he made it
everything.
happen. He was working his job and helping us and being an assistant, a photographer, a videographer, and all the things. But I do want to say this: from our trip to Miami to our trip to New York, I love traveling with you guys. Like, I always have fun with y'all. Like, we travel well together. Like, even if we're tired, we might be a little moody, Judy, whatever, because everybody be going through their things. But once the plane lands and we get to where we need to go, like, it's just laughter and fun, and we just like, I like how we let each other just be. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can kind of pick up each other's energy. Like, she needs a moment, she's tired, and we just let each other be and kick it. I love y'all so much. I love traveling with you guys. Like, I always have a good time.
Fee, what was your favorite part of the trip?
The community part. I think that's the part I like the most.
We did our Mama's Dad meetup.
Yeah, I feel like I always come alive with talking back to other people. So I feel like that was the part that
In
was
person.
So wait, will you
Yeah,
tell the
for
people what
sure.
we did in New York? Because we was doing more than Tamron.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we were doing a lot.
All the
We
community
did
activities.
interviews and
What was the community
TV
part?
shows.
Where were we?
I think about Soho House.
We did a
I-
live
yeah,
show at Soho
that was a
House.
good one.
I think about that one, and then I think about our event at what was
The
We
soft
had a-
space.
I was gonna
We
say
had
the
a
soft
meetup
space.
at the Soft Space, which is Latham Thomas's event space. She's an amazing
beautiful.
doula who's been on the
Yeah.
show. And it was, I want you
Yeah.
to tell it. I just
But
want
that
to shout
one-
out her space.
Yeah, that I feel like those two, but the last event that we did, I feel like was really dope.
You
I
do
liked it
come
a lot.
alive in the
Yeah,
person.
I gotta be able to like talk
Touch the
and
people.
hug you and like, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a spiritual experience.
You did. Felicia did a mindful moment with everyone for our live, which was really, really beautiful. And you just like walked around and spoke life into everybody and helped everybody center themselves. So it was actually really sweet because I was like, oh, this is her vibe. Like it is. I love to travel with people because you just learn so much about them. And I was like, oh, this is where you shine. Like this is your
my
gift.
shit.
Yeah,
I
it was
like-
really dope to see.
I love pouring.
But I'd
into
like to
women.
paint a picture as well. I'd like to paint the picture of the four of us. Beautiful. Planned our outfits. Had makeup done, hair done. Okay. We're standing behind these double doors that they're about to pull open for us. You'll see this on Friday when you watch the episode, Tamarind Hall. Friday, March 14th.
March 14th.
So we're standing back there. And we're just trying to live and be cute. And Melanie's like, let's hold hands.
We didn't know when that door was gonna open. I'm like, hold on.
She's like, let's hold hands and let's be in this moment. This is so special. And we're all like, Melanie, stop it.
We did this, guys. We did
And
this.
we're just
It was so
crying.
cute.
No, because you know what?
It was perfect.
In my life, I have done so many really amazing things right before the doors are about to open, right before the curtain comes up, right before they say your name, right before you walk out on stage. And sometimes we get so caught up in the prep for it that we forget to take the moment of presence. That was like something that I've worked on doing for myself, and I wouldn't have felt right had I not taken a moment to have that, but have that with you guys. Because like I said, we know what it took to get there, like all of it, from our backs to our children's to our everything, you know what I mean? Just children's, like, you know, everything, just everything that it took to get there, from recording from when we first started during the pandemic, testing every week, getting pregnant, having children, being in another location, not having film, now having film, videos. Like,
Did you say COVID testing weekly?
COVID testing
Did you say that?
weekly.
We used the COVID
PCR,
test.
baby.
every
I'll
week.
be so anxious. Like, do I got COVID?
Do I
this
got
week?
COVID? Am I getting kicked out? Can I not record today?
I know.
Like, I don't want to know. I got stuff to do.
I feel fine.
I know.
Whoa, but that's real. Every time one of us wouldn't feel good, we'd be looking at each other like, why you don't feel good?
Right.
Or it's like, was that a sniffle?
The test came back negative, I promise.
No, it was crazy. So I think for me, I just had a flashback of everything that it took, and then looking at you guys left and right, and just looking at how beautiful everyone looked, how powerful and gifted, and just I was so excited for the world to see that.
Yeah.
You know, just for that to be captured on television. And it's an arrival, it's a graduation, it's an evolution. And I think that really speaks to what we've been talking about together, what we've been manifesting, what we've been dreaming about when we talk about what we want to see for the Mama's Den. So I was just so ultimately proud that day of us.
Oh, shout out to the staff at the Tamarind Hall show. They were amazing. The hairdressers, the makeup artists, the
Yes.
assistants, like everyone was
Her.
First of all, she's so pretty.
She's
Stunning.
great.
So pretty.
Stunning.
But
Mama,
no,
didn't she have her baby at 50?
yes.
I think so.
She
Yeah,
had her baby at
she's
50.
snatched. She's pretty.
fire.
Her hair's laid. Her skin's clear. Looking good with a T at the end. No, but I think it's also a testimony to Tamron and her energy, because her space is filled with so much love and you feel very welcome, and it creates like a really loving environment. So I love that. I love when I go somewhere and meet someone and they're actually like really nice in person, and the people around them are nice. And I feel like the people around you are often a reflection of you. So it's dope that she's
we should have
created that
Tamron on the
space.
Mama's Den.
I know, Tamron girl, where you at? Come
In
on,
New
the
York.
Mama's
That's where
Den.
she is, doing a daily show.
Oh, she's
A
busy.
daily show.
We might need
Where
to
you
go-
at? You know where I'm at.
She busy.
We need to go do a live in New York.
I
Okay.
think the other thing that I think about a lot too is like getting the pizza.
Yeah.
I like
New York
little
pizza.
little mom getting the pizza and that lasagna thing that we had. Who'd I have it
Oh,
with?
girl,
Cody.
yes.
I think about that all
I
the
wish
time.
I could remember the name
I've
of the
tried to remake
restaurant.
it so many times.
Girl,
We
they
had
did
the
that. Wait, we're
food.
going to
Oh,
find the
just
name of
so
that
good.
restaurant. I'm going to put it on social because it was good.
It was
Oh
good.
yeah, what was it? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't
It
know.
was in Brooklyn.
you found it, Mel.
Yeah, I did find it.
By happenstance.
It was good.
But for me, one of my favorite parts, or the thing that comes to mind, besides all of that, because I loved every single moment of it, honestly, was our like little half slumber party.
Oh yeah.
When
Oh,
everybody came to my room.
Was it the last
At
day?
the last night.
Oh,
yes.
the last night?
Yeah,
I
it
think
was.
so. Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
And ate all my snacks.
I ate all your snacks. That was me. That was definitely me. I ate
love
the
that.
Girl, you was
jerky.
tearing
I ate
them
the
things.
girl because I didn't eat anything and I had to take that 800 milligrams of Advil.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, beef jerky and trail mix.
Sure.
And dry mangoes.
Yeah.
Don't forget my
Yes.
dry mangoes.
Yes,
I love a dry mango.
You do. Oh, that was so much fun.
Yeah, we did.
Sha.
Where to next?
Right? Where to next?
Where to next?
I don't know. We need to go on my
I know
40th
where.
birthday trip.
I know where. We need to go on Melanie's tour.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we
Okay.
opening for you singing?
Going on tour. I'm going on tour. Yes, starting April 27th. I will be back in New York, so all my New York friends, come on out. Mama's Den friends. I want to see you at a city. Get your tickets now at melaniefiona.com. But I think that the Mama's Den should go on tour. How about that?
I do
Yes,
too, girl.
I agree.
We need you to come back for us.
Yeah, you need to be
just
here.
Give me a month. I'll be back. I'll be
Okay.
back. But I
Okay,
really
girl.
do. I think if I could say one goal and manifestation for us would be to be able to go to different cities and do Mama's Den live with the people, for the people, in front of the people. I
agree.
think that it always comes up when I just posted about my tour. People are like, will the Mama's Den girls be there? And I actually just love that, because I love that. For me, that's success for me, is that the intersection of my life professionally and personally is actually my brand is who I am. I'm a mom. I'm in music. You guys are my sisters. You're my friends. And that's just what I want to do with the rest of my life, is just create with who I love and what I love.
Amen to
So, that's like, yeah, we should go on tour. Mama's Den tour. Well, y'all buy tickets?
Yeah.
The answer is yes, by the way, if you're
Yes.
listening.
I'm
Yes, the
buying
answer.
it. I'm
Because
buying a
the
ticket.
tourists say yes. So
You buying a ticket to our
everything
tour?
is
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
And
talking
I'm gonna
about?
give it away. And
You're
I'm gonna buy
talking
a ticket to her tour.
Yeah,
Our
that,
ticket
I was
to our
trying.
tour.
I was trying to understand what you was.
And I'm gonna buy
Ashley's
something.
buying everyone's ticket.
I'm-
That's what I heard.
That's not what I said.
That sounds like
That's a
something
lie.
Ashley would do.
I would. If I had it, I would do it. You get a ticket. You get a ticket.
You need a ticket. I was like, "Yeah, girl, I got a ticket."
Right. You can have mine. It's fine. I'll walk.
So we do have a listener letter, but I want to shout out like all the help and support that we got while we were there in New York. So first off, again, the soft space, Latham Thomas's event space in Brooklyn was absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
That place is bomb.
And it just made for such a like zen, motherly, sisterly vibe. And then Brown Estate Wine, black owned, my favorite. They sent us wine bottles, which we gave away a lot of. Because
No
we could only
headaches
drink
the
so
day
much.
after. We were straight. I didn't have a headache.
That's some good
Right,
wine
no
there.
headache, that part. And then Palin Anise, who is a master yogi,
fire.
she came and did a movement exercise with us, which to me was perfect because we didn't want it to be like full on yoga or full on like active. It was like come as you are. If you got a suit from your job or you wearing yoga pants, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And she just got us moving and like in community, and I was so happy. She has a retreat coming up in May also. So I just want to shout all of them out.
Honestly, and one thing I want to shout out from that night too was the circle where everyone ran around and said their name and what brought them there that night, all the women that showed up to the soft space. And by the end of the night, so many women had exchanged information,
Yeah.
numbers, had become friends. Like that was the most beautiful part for me to see that night. I really do. So thank you again to everybody who came out and supported that event.
Wait, we also went on Good
Night New
York,
York.
and the hosts were amazing and really sweet and lovely. So that was fun. That was like one of my favorite things. Good Night New York. We went on Essence as well. We did an interview
did.
that's live
Out in
now.
the streets already.
Melanie, I have to do a shout out. Melanie has a really good friend in New York that drove us around and made sure we were safe.
Shout out to Big Man Dappa.
Dappa!
He's absolutely amazing.
That's fam.
So
Yeah.
That's fam. That's fam.
Yes,
Yes, thank
he
you for
was.
taking such good care of us, Dap.
Yep.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Okay, I have a question, everyone.
Don't you start.
I'm
like that.
sorry. No, I'm just gonna say, what is one thing you either learned about yourself or one of us on your trip to New York that enlightened you, frightened you,
Frightened you.
ittened you? No, I'm kidding. What's something that you learned?
I'm just gonna answer like from my gut because it just came to me. Honestly, like how hard we ride for each other. Like not that I didn't know, but that was frankly for Melanie when she sent that picture on the floor. I was like,
So dramatic.
you know,
I'm
as a
stressed.
grown woman, like you can set your boundaries and like say what you need. And I was like preparing myself for you to tap out. I was that my mind went straight to like, I don't even know what to respond because I don't want anything that I say back to this text message to sound like, well, what about the rest of us? You know what I mean? Like it was literally like, okay, I hope you're all right. I don't know what else to say because I really was like, I hope she's okay. And I need to take my feelings and whatever I think out of it or whatever I want. It's not, out of it. And for you to show up and go through all that you did, to be there and to show up with a smile, like Ashley said, and not just you, all of us, like everybody showed up despite our emotions over the Los Angeles fires and everything that was happening in this country. Shoot, we was there. Now that we said the timeline, we were there on inauguration
day.
Oh,
so we were all there, showed up, smiling, happy, taking care of each other and our needs, including Chia, from the coffee to the shirts to the coats to sharing clothes and
Ashley made us
whatever
hoodies.
we needed.
I did make it. I don't even have
I was
one.
just looking at
What
it
did
today.
you make us?
I made
hoodies.
I made
Oh,
your
it was
hoodies,
like
but
cookies.
Nalo came and she wanted one, so I just gave her mine. So I still don't have a hoodie.
That's crazy.
Yeah, friendship.
But I would say that how hard we ride for each other, and
good.
I'm grateful.
Something that I saw, and I think about this all the time. When we were doing the very last event at the soft space, and Melanie was in so much pain, and you can see it on her face. And I looked at her and I was like, sit down. And she was like, no. And I was like, you're so stubborn. And she was like, and just went. And in that moment, I was like, this is Kaya. I was like, this is Kaya. But I've always known this about
She
Mel.
said, you strong, friend.
Yeah, I was like, you strong and you hard headed. You both of them. But when I was looking at her, I was like, Melanie is going to both of y'all be doing it. I feel like everybody does this, but Ashley would be in the corner at, let's say we go to get drinks. Ashley would be so tired. She'd be like this. And I'm like, girl, just go lay down. No, I'm not gonna lay down.
Right.
So
I need to
feel
make
like
sure everybody gets where they gotta go.
Yeah. And I'd be like, I'm tired. My back hurts. I'll be laying down. But I feel like everyone pushes themselves to this limit, and it was something that I was like, okay, yes, we're strong. But then also, how do we counter this to lean into literally what Judith was just saying? I don't know if this will be out already, but like this high functioning, like I gotta do it type energy, So that was something that I saw. Something I learned about myself. I really like being by myself.
Girl, that's
I love
That was going to be the thing I said. I learned about Felicia. Felicia needs
love-
Felicia
and this-
time.
yeah, I
And this
really
week full of
like
my
to be by
girls,
myself.
I realized I like being alone.
And also, the crazy thing too is that I used to be terrified to be by myself. Terrified. I practiced it last year. I used to be terrified to be by myself. I practiced it last year, and I got. I remember Jim Carrey said something. He was like, when you learn to be comfortable in solitude, it's actually very dangerous, And so I'm trying to find the balance of like, be social, Felicia.
Yeah.
But then, so I'm still working on that.
It's okay. It's okay. Baby steps. Well, like to piggyback off of what you said, I think for me, what I do know about myself is I'm definitely an end goal person. Like I'm solution based oriented. That's how my mind works. So for me, I know everything is momentary, right? I just feel like I look at the fact that I was recording very big and very pregnant and very tired during a pandemic and coming to photo shoots, not when I liked the way my body looked, but for the greater good of the Mama's Den. And I think for me, I enter relationships. I'm actually not the most committal person, believe it or not. I really do come and go with the wind and be like, oh, okay, I changed my mind. So once I commit to someone or something, I am fully committed. That is just very much my personality. There's no in between. I'm either not committed or I'm fully committed. So I'm so committed to you all. I look at you all like my marriage, right? So I often look at the things that we have to do, like the end goal. We've come so far and we put so much into this, and it's hard for everybody. Has children, everybody has their own stuff, their mental health, and me, I don't know what I'll be feeling. Am I depressed? Am I not depressed? I don't know, you know what I mean? But I look at it like everything that we're doing is for the greater good, for where we need to go. Yeah. I think I love that about myself, and I relearned that about myself. Like I like how committed I am to people and how I'm like, we're just gonna get there, y'all, however we got to do it. So that's what I learned, and I know.
I learned I'm a strong ass bitch. Yes, we all know this.
Yeah.
But Cody,
I'm a strong bitch.
I would like to acknowledge this. Cody, you care with you care with every fiber of your being.
You do.
About this podcast. You think about it, you dream about it, you action about it, you email about it, you text about it. You are so committed to this podcast. You care so deeply about all of us individually and the success of this podcast. And I saw that in you going to New York, from the preparation to the conversations, and it's appreciated. It really is how much you care deeply.
Yes. I hope that my that is how I love her. You know what I mean? By showing up. Because I know how much you're putting into it, and I feel like out of respect for you, but we want it equally. But I'm just saying, like, you on a different level than the rest of us. You are, because you're intertwined in a way that we are not. And I know it's hard, and I love you, and I appreciate you, and I'm gonna keep showing up and figuring it out, and we'll find a way, God willing. You know what I mean? But I really do love you, and I hope you know that me always being on time, and I would like an award for that. I also live the closest. I live around the corner, guys. It's literally a 5-minute drive.
Ashley's a snitch and a teacher's pet, just so y'all know.
Oh, I'm a teacher's pet till the death. No, I mean, I live the closest, so that's just a little shade. But no, seriously, we all, but it actually says more that they show up because they live the furthest, and it's actually harder for them to get there than it is me. And yet they are here.
And I appreciate that very much. I appreciate what you said, and I appreciate that there's an element of it that's like for me, but I know it's also for the folks listening and watching, and we all like love so deeply Black women and Black children and everyone in the village of raising children, but we are doing it for us and our children. And that's so special, and I'm so grateful.
We appreciate us. Okay, so we got a listener question. We have Alyssa R. writes, "Hi y'all, I just wanted to reach out because I've been binge watching The Mama's Den on YouTube. You ladies are so affirming for women. I'm not a mom, but I am an auntie and a cousin Lissa and a teacher. I can relate in some ways, and I just feel very connected to the content. I always share with my mama friends. I appreciate you all. Hope you all are having the best day. Question: what is something you want aunties, extended family, and other caregivers to know when you trust/leave them with your most precious gifts?"
Oh, I'll go first.
What is something you want aunties?
That the rules that we leave with you are there because we are with our children more than you are. And it is what we know to be the most effective way. And so there's nothing wrong with changing them sometimes and letting them stay up a little bit. But like if a parent asks you not to give their child a specific food, just don't give it to them. If they ask you to put their kids to bed at 6:30 and if you want to keep them up later, then call the parent and ask, "Hey, do you have something planned tomorrow? Can I let them stay up a little bit later?" Because sometimes when you're doing things just for fun, it can also be an inconvenience to the parents who are now left with those children that you gave a whole bunch of sugar to, or that you let stay up late, because we're the ones who have to wake up with them the next day. So for me, I would say just respect parents and the rules that they leave with you, because they're there for a reason. That's what I would say.
I'm still thinking about mine.
Okay.
Something that just came to my mind is call me. You don't know
Call
what to do? Call me. And I know that that's something that like people are like, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to. No, if you're not sure,
Oh my gosh.
call me. I will never not take a call from my child. So if there's something that's going on, sometimes people are, like I said, they're afraid to, I don't want to disturb. No, call me. If you're unsure about what to do, call me.
Oh, I called you.
I thought of
You know
one.
what's so funny? This story, yes. One night I went out, we went to a concert, Jared and I, 10 minutes down the street from Ashley's house. I did not think I was going to hear from Ashley all night, because it's Ashley. She raises kids, okay? Now she know what to do, so I'm not worried about Auntie Ashley with Kaya at all. When Ashley called me, I knew it was a situation, and she sure did. She's like, I don't know what to do. I just want you to know. She was screaming. She told me to don't touch me. It was very hilarious.
Girl, when the kid said don't touch me, I'm like, hold on now.
I'm gonna call your mama now.
Call your mama.
I said, I'm not putting her pajamas on. I'm not doing nothing she don't want to do, because she said no. And Kaya said no. No means no with her. Okay?
Yeah, it does. It does.
I said, well, what do you want to do? Because that's what you're going to do.
And she called me, and I cracked up. I said to Jared, I was like, damn. I'm like, Kaya's giving Ashley a run for her money. She called.
hilarious.
I was like, if there was one mom that I never thought would call me, Ash.
Bro, when a kid get to getting, I'm getting to getting.
So did you have to give her a speech? Like,
No.
how y'all resolve it?
I just wanted to let her know.
Yeah.
I'm more so like, if your child is having a moment or a breakdown, I let the parent know, just because you don't know how that's going to be re-articulated to the parent.
Okay.
So while it was happening, so she could hear her baby in the background, I just wanted to let her know, like, this is what happened. This is how we got here. And I was able to resolve it. I figured it out on my own, but I also just felt like it was appropriate to let her know in the moment. And she had like pajamas and stuff for her daughter. And she was like, no, like, she didn't want me touching her, taking her clothes off. And I'm like, bet. So I just want to let her know, girl, when you come, she gonna still have her clothes on, because she said no. No means no. So that's that.
Well, that's a good story for Lissa.
And I love, yeah, just call me. Call me.
I love that. I tell my kids that all the time too. I'm like, when you're with somebody else and somebody tries to tell you, oh, don't bother your mom, I'm like, that's not true. I'm like, that's not, I don't like when we had to let a nanny go because she did that. I was like, yeah, I don't like that. But I would say, I think sometimes with aunties, caregivers, friends, whoever, sometimes you don't want to hold the kid accountable because you kind of care too much about how the kid feels or, you know, and this is something I had to teach my sister, like, you have to hold them accountable. If you love them, then that's what you need to do. So just, obviously, that don't mean go hit the kid or be talking to them crazy, but if they're doing something that's not right, it's okay for you to correct them. The parents are trusting you with their precious gift, like you said. So I think just, you know, be auntie, step into that role all the way.
Yeah, that's good.
I actually was thinking the exact same thing, but you just worded it way better than I would.
Scorpios.
I was like, teach them respect. You know, like,
they like, hold on.
What you said is better. No, I totally agree with that. I feel like too many people are just like soft with my children or just with children that aren't theirs. And it's like, no, it's okay to course correct. There is a wrong and a right sometimes, and it's all right to say that.
Yeah, it's a tribal thing too. It's like, I need you to do that, please.
Yeah.
Oh, you know we gonna tell them. Hey.
Right.
Unless it's Kaya.
Now
You don't tell her nothing.
She had my back the other day. She said something. What did she say?
I don't remember. Girl,
She
that
said,
girl
so-
be
she
saying
said,
stuff.
she said,
Hilarious.
she said, don't talk to me. That's what she said.
Who did?
My child.
Her child.
She said that under her breath to me, and Ashley heard it, and she says, don't say that to your mommy. That is not nice. And I was like, thanks, somebody.
Yeah,
on my
that's
back.
how it's supposed
Oh
to
no,
be.
me and Nalo got the rule. We be checking it. This is our favorite thing to do. Don't talk to my best friend like that.
Yeah.
Because we like to let the kids know, like, hey, that's my friend, homie. You just got here.
Right.
Don't be stressing my friend out. Okay.
That's how my sister is with the kids. She'll
Really?
be like, hey, don't talk to my sister like that.
I love
I'm like,
it. That's right.
Jamie does the same thing.
Yep.
Period.
She does. She does.
She does.
But also, those listening and watching, when you leave a review, when you rate us on the podcast apps and the YouTube, that helps us.
The YouTube
so please
is
do
crazy.
that.
Whenever
Yes,
she
the
says the
YouTube.
YouTube,
A positive review. We don't care about your negative
The negative
feelings.
ones don't help anybody. So like, please do that. It's really important and special. Watch Tamarind Hall on March 14th. Tell your people to watch as well, because we will be there. And if you want to holler at us at podcasts with an S at blacklove.com or on the IG, the Mama's Den podcast.
Girl, stop it.
I love it. I hope it never changes.
It's so auntie.
The YouTube, the Google,
On
and
the internet.
Mark Zuckerberg's internet.
All right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.